welcome to the show, everybody. And I'm sorry to say it, but we're starting with Trump again.
Oh, hail the big fat orange shit given. Let's hear it.
I'm going to come.
So we got to start off right away because, I mean, Trump's been president. He actually knows the deal. He knows the transition of power and the routine. I mean, albeit in a more violent way, but he knows it. So it was very interesting to see this little clip today when he had no idea.
Did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. Wait. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh.
What's in there?
Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found it. Wow. Thank you.
Can you read it on the outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read.
What a disrespectful piece of, come on, you damn well know it's in there. And I truly believe that that was put on for everybody. He had already seen it and already decided not to read it. I'm not really sure. But he jumps in with some big signings, right? Now, y'all know about Medicaid drugs are now going up, certain ones, and he's freed some horrible people that were in jail. And but he has done some real, like, good for the country. So there's a new national bird.
Sir, this is a proclamation making the new national bird the fried chicken.
Oh.
He is he's taking steps to spice up and fix up the Vietnam War Memorial.
Sir, this is a permit to build a Hooters directly in front of the Vietnam War Memorial.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years.
He's got himself already signing action to clean up the streets and get rid of real criminals.
Sir, this is an arrest warrant for 3 of the 4 women who host The View.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
He's already got the tech sector working on some serious government projects.
Sir, this one just says it's for something called a penis laser. I don't know what that is.
That's a big one. A lot of big ones, huh?
Oh, could you please make your signature huge and crazy? Great.
He got that pen out again, and he solved the entire situation in L.A.
Sir, this is a map of the LA wildfires. We were hoping you could doodle on it with your Sharpie and make the fires go away. Really good job.
And of course, he's not one to forget himself because he's always the most important person in the room.
Sir, this order is a big one. It allows you to do whatever you have to do to get out of a problem.
That's a big one. You know what that allows you to do? That means you can do whatever you have to do to get out of that problem.
Yeah.
And we do have that kind of an emergency. Thank you very much, everybody.
Say thank you again.
Thank you.
He's total puppet, right? He has to be told what to do, right? And after, when there's actually somebody important talking, that bishop that, laid it out for him, this is his response.
Bless all who dedicate themselves to governing in our land. Fill them with the love of truth and strength to uphold our democracy and the rule of law.
Now, we were going to amplify the audio because you could clearly hear him break wind as he was falling asleep. But, that's what am I supposed to say, folks? That's how it is today.
Hooray to the president. On from one enormous, penis to this story, where a woman says she woke up on her 30th birthday to find a giant pink phallus on the drive of her quiet residential street. That's right. Tina Norman's property, when she turned 30 on Saturday, it turned up outside her house. That's not a phallus, that was an elephant.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
It's going to be one of them shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, so neither she nor her husband, Christian Norman, knew where it came from or how it got there. She said it was her children who first spotted and pointed out, "Mommy, what's that?" Oh, dear. It looks like Daddy's thingy. The massive... So a massive manhood was cleverly crafted with concrete, weighing the bottom of the tractor tires down. So if the owner tries to lay it down, it simply rises up again. That was brilliant.
It's got its own Viagra.
Despite having a large eyesore outside her home in Denmark, Tina was surprisingly upbeat about it. She says, this was a fun idea. It's not every day you get one like that, but you also want to get rid of it. At first, we thought it was the neighbor because he could, he can do this kind of shit. But it turned out it was some friends who had come over 11:30 the night before while we were sleeping. Christian's father, who lives nearby, also noticed the object in the driveway because he just looked out of his window. He says, "First, at first, I thought it was a bouncy castle that was set up for the kids, but you can see." But we got a bit of a shock when he got a little bit of a closer look at it. It turns out that this big pink phallus is well travelled because it's already been around and crossed regional borders before it got to Tina's house. What? She says it comes from south in Jutland, apparently, but normally the oil barrels and various genitalia are placed in front of the home of either a young man or a young woman, meaning the person who has turned 30 has not yet married. They got their facts wrong because she is married. Oh, well, they got that bit wrong. But, she has tried to get rid of it. She's posted on Facebook for anybody to come and take it away. Free collection. How do you collect something like that? She has received several inquiries after posting it, but no one has taken it down yet. So you've got till Saturday. Oh, no, sorry, you got till Sunday, she says, because after which it will be hacked to pieces and broken down into scrap. How dare you? It's art. Come on.
Yeah, but more than that, it's this long-standing tradition that's gone places and done things, and now she's just going to simply tear that Todger down.
No, it should be a shrine. It should be kept forever.
Yes, it should be appreciated, like Lauren Sanchez's chest. Zuck the Guxer seems to like it. He was called out for totally eyeing her up here. We've got a photo of it here. Let me just skip it along. Right there, yeah. And he is just totally tittyhawking her, right? That's on. And so Zuck made it worse. Let me go back to the photo here because she posted one of the sultry photos of herself, and he was one of the first to jam a like on it, right? So within hours, X is just totally all over this. Zuck making likes private next, one person jokes. You guys are literally going to get him killed by his wife, another added. And him and his wife and Chan and Sanchez did sit near each other during the inauguration, but they actually seemed to avoid making small talk even. They didn't want to chat. And so Chan was spotted hanging out with Robert F. Kennedy there while mingling. And Zuckerberg totally eyeing her up there. And, there's eyes up Zuck in the responses, and he really shouldn't have thumbed up that picture. That was, what are you thinking, you cuck?
I'm glad it was just his thumbs he put up on it.
And if you're unsure, like here, there's a picture of her right there. Like she's basically wearing like a suit jacket and a very little lingerie outfit underneath it, and you can see the smirk on his face. He's like, I want to look, but I can't. And he completely embarrassed himself. There was one woman though, what's her name, Megyn Kelly, a conservative commentator, who accused her of dressing like a hooker. The quote is, have some decent dignity and some respect for your setting and your circumstance. No one should be talking about your tits. Sorry, they should be talking about the inauguration.
Well, yeah, that tit.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah. So,
Oh dear. The joke is on Bezos actually because she got the outfit from Temu.
yeah. If you look, I kind of think she looks a little bit like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, but with good cleavage.
Don't knock his cleavage.
Oh, so let's see here. I think I'm supposed to show the picture I briefly showed now.
Yes. What is it? It's an elephant. Now, this is quite an interesting story, but it becomes more interesting towards the end. So hold on to your hats. But a court has ruled that 5 elephants being held in Colorado Zoo do not have the legal right to pursue their release because they're not human. Oh, who'd have thought that? An animal rights group brought a lawsuit on behalf of the elephants from Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, yes, using legal process known as habeas corpus. A writ of habeas corpus, Latin for you may have the body, is a legal maneuver which requires a court to examine the legality of a detention. The Non-Human Rights Project, the NRP, which took the case to court, has argued that the elephants born in the wild in Africa have shown signs of brain damage because the zoo is essentially a prison for such intelligent and social creatures known to roam for miles a day. It's not just elephants are in the zoos, is it? You silly sod.
Yeah, but elephants, like they stop where members of their family have died previous when they go by. Like they're one of the few animals that can figure out a mirror just like that, right?
Yeah. And what do they do? Start doing? They start combing their hair and brushing their tusks.
Yeah.
No, but their hope, this is the NRP. Their hope was that the court would rule in their favor and pave the way for the mammals to be sent to an elephant sanctuary instead. But
I do agree there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There is some validity to this argument, but it all starts to fall apart. The zoo said moving the elephants and potentially placing them with new animals would actually be cruel at their age, possibly causing unnecessary stress. It added they are not used to being in larger herds, and based on the zoo's observations, the elephants don't have the skills or the desire to join one. Oh, okay. That's an interesting point of view. But the court concluded the majestic animals named Missy, Kimber, Lucky, Lulu, and Jumbo were not covered by the laws that the rights group was pointing to. Now, there is some legal gibbery doodah here, but I'm gonna skip some of that because you basically got the gist of it. But one of the interesting thing is the zoo and the court has accused the NRP, which has previously attempted the same lawsuit with several other zoos, of abusing the court systems to fundraise. Yes, it seems their real goal is to manipulate people into donating to their cause by incessantly publicizing sensational court cases with relentless calls for supporters to donate. Yes, we do have a screenshot of their website. We do have.
Sounds like a Trump meme coin. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes, I do have a link to the website as well, but it is all just like donate, and it also has a little pop-ups. It's just not on the screen there. You get that little pop-up that says, "Oh, such and such a person has just donated." The same.
I've got all those locked down on this one. Yeah, too bad.
You see that sort of thing on the those kind of like scammy websites, but as well. So it was all a bit questionable, and we all love animals. We all want the best for them, but it seems to be that possibly that this organization are playing a little bit too strong to the people and just like making shit tons of money out of it.
Yeah, and with Ukraine support, we've done a lot of that on this channel. We know how it can turn nasty, right? So
yes.
Holy. We should keep with animals now. So we'll bring up this guy. Now, this story isn't directly about him, but Meta is dealing with another thing. So you remember we told you guys just a couple days back there that you couldn't search Democrats properly. Well, now what's happening is people are their accounts are following Donald Trump's account when they didn't follow him. Right. So Meta is suggesting that technical problems are to blame. But here's the thing. You're signed up to follow Trump's account out of the blue. Unfollow does not work. Right. And they're trying to say that it's technical problems that are making it so that you can't unfollow Mr. Trump. But Meta then since goes on to say that, all of you people calm down, because what's really going on is the transfer of power. Just because you were subscribed to the president's POTUS account and it was Joe Biden and now it's Donald Trump doesn't mean that you were subscribed to somebody or not. And they've been really doubling down with their communication that this is the deal. But singer Gracie Abrams and a bunch of other people are saying, no, it's not the POTUS account. It's Donald Trump's account. I never followed him, and now I can't unfollow him. And it's pretty suspect because everybody knows Zuckerberg really wants to get into Sanchez's pants, and he's probably trying to do it through Donald Trump. No, I'm kidding. But it really looks like Zuckerberg has done a few things in the background to seriously appease him because, Zuckerberg, I think, canceled one of his accounts during the misinformation and BS part of his last presidency, right? So it's a very interesting situation. I don't trust somebody like Zuckerberg, and I don't trust social media platforms. So my natural inclination is to say shenanigans. But we'll see how it plays out.
Well, the natural result of that would probably be people leaving Meta. That's probably not going to be very good.
No, exactly. Especially with some information we got coming up. But, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't even know what this picture is. Where are you going next?
Yeah, well, we're going on from fighting in the White House and the social media to the fighting in the oceans, because there's a lot of scrappage going on here. Yes, in 2017, dead great white sharks with surgically removed livers began washing ashore in South Africa's waters. Over time, the area's population of great whites, once numbering up to 1,000, vanished entirely. The culprits are two male orcas named Port and Starboard, known for their precise, deadly hunting techniques. Drone footage in 2022 confirmed the pair's attacks on great whites, showcasing their brutal efficiency. After each incident, surviving sharks filed or fled for weeks or months, causing long-term disruption. Well, they just buggered off. By 2023, great white shark sightings in Mosel Bay, another hotspot, nearly ceased, gone completely. Oh, don't you're jumping ahead.
Oh,
there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that one in a minute. Yeah, so so the absence of great whites has triggered a trophic cascade, whatever that means. Cape's fur seals, no longer hunted by sharks, surged in number, and they're endangering penguins, which they eat, and it's spreading rabies across the seal populations. Great. So now you think that's bad. Yeah, well, moving on slightly, but in a similar vein, for the first time, researchers have documented killer whales hunting and killing blue whales, the planet's largest animal, in coordinated and brutal attacks. These are female-led pods of orcas, probably pissed off because their two husbands are going around eating all the sharks. This is observed in Australia's Bremer Bay since 2019. Have killed 3 blue whales, including an adult and 2 younger whales, according to a study.
Holy.
Yeah, so the first... What else can I say? There's just the whales are going nuts in the ocean, and we think it's all bad in it's like a politics these days. Well, the oceans is turning to shit too. So nowhere is safe.
No doubt.
Yes.
That is holy, man. Like, I didn't expect to learn that much today. So let's yeah. Okay, so I've got to jump because there's just too much shit given in the news here. So I'm going to try to jump to this. So again, with Meta has offered to pay up to $5,000 per creator if you're popular. Don't get your piss pump all in a knot there. In the United States, who join Facebook and Instagram. So it says joining from a third-party social app will get cash based on an evaluation of your social presence. So if you're popular and you're not on Facebook or Instagram and you leave, say, TikTok and go over, they could pay you out something. It doesn't mention TikTok by name, but come on, the timing is not suspect at all, right? So TikTok's got about 170 million active users, and quite a few people on TikTok are making some cash on it. So a lot of people, if this TikTok thing goes south and sour, are going to be looking for a place to be. Meta says that those accepted into the so-called breakthrough bonus program will be paid the money during their first 90 days on the app, so long as they post regularly. You got to post 20 reels on Facebook and 10 reels on Instagram. That's the, reels is their TikTok fighting thing or something. I don't even know, to be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even, I should have something to put in there, but it's just squat. So it also says that these must be original videos, not ones previously shared on other platforms. How are they going to know? I'm sure their AI efforts have already scraped them and they know it all anyway. Not everybody can join, and cash will only be available to those who are completely new to Facebook or Instagram. So, I mean, that's kind of, a call, like, they're trying to really, really get people over. But at the same time, you got these two lovebirds, and Trump says he's totally open to the possibility of either first husband there, Elon Musk, or Larry Ellison from Oracle buying TikTok as well. Yeah, he's totally into it either way, but he did say that he's very much looking for whoever buys TikTok to give 50% of the company to the U.S. government so that they can monitor, things and make sure.
Yeah, but who's going to run it? Oh, I know, Elon Musk.
Well, here's the thing. Elon gives a couple $100 million to Trump's campaign. And now Elon's name is getting thrown around more and more for TikTok. So my prediction is Elon gets TikTok and does a huge thing to Trump and says, oh, yeah, you guys can have a part of it too. And what's the difference in one government farming your info for bad reasons versus another? I mean, and then also Elon's got it and sell it. This is awful. And why only TikTok? This is all. We'll get onto this in the live show coming up. That's too much.
I love how this story is like panning out, because like Elon Musk is such a great curator of social media websites, isn't he? He's the perfect choice.
He loves free speech when it's his. I mean, so you got to give him that one. Oh God,
stupid idiots.
We're screwed. Let's see here.
One from one nitwit Nazi to another. Yeah, because this. This weird neo-Nazi wore a poorly disguised as an Orthodox rabbi, tries to barge into a Nashville Jewish community center while live streaming and was immediately busted. Police said, well, let's have a look at his amazing outfit.
Let me zoom that in. So you can see how real this looks. Here.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Travis Keith Garland, 31, a member of the Goyim Defense League neo-Nazi group, oh, what a stupid name, was caught on security cameras entering the Gordon JCC last week. That's a Jewish community center, the JCC, and with a ridiculous-looking fake beard and rabbi costume. As he asked to meet with the local religious leaders. When he was told that no one was around, the anti-Semite attempted to pass through the security before he was kicked out by a guard. Get out of here. I wish it was a properly dressed rabbi kicking him out. That would be brilliant. Yeah. So the follow-up investigation uncovered details of his plan to harass those inside the quote Jew building.
Oh God.
I know, it's so wrong. Prosecutors said Garland's Telegram channel featured this video and messages where he boasted about the anti-Semite disgusting antics. He says, I wore the rabbi costume and went to their Jew building harassing them, and the dude freaked out. Garland allegedly posted under the username Kitchenwaffen. Another message saw Garland use a racial slur against the Asians when describing the guard who confronted him at the Gordon Jewish Community Center.
Oh, look at that bit underneath. Okay, I'm not saying it, and I'm going away from this picture now. Whoa.
Yeah, that was my next line. Cooking Jews and feed them to the.
Yeah. Move along, nothing to see here. Right.
He looks like he's got like a half a Chewbacca costume on. He's forgot to put the top on. Did he get his costume from the same guys those in Africa or in India where they bought that bear costume?
Yeah. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm giving her one of these.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, we needed a palate cleanse on that. Where can I go here? Oh no. Okay. So this is an absolute POS of a human. His name is Ulbricht. Ross William Ulbricht, and he was the guy from Silk Road, the marketplace where you could buy horrible drugs and, even solicit people to do bad and nasty and all kinds of awful. He was busted. He was going to be spending life in prison for, he was directly involved with 6 homicides, right? And he was going to be spending life in prison, but Trump called his sentence ridiculous, claiming it was disproportionate to the crime. He expressed frustration with the legal figures involved in the conviction, referring to them as scum and accusing them of being among the same individuals responsible for the weaponization of government that was done against him. So what did Trump do? He gave him a full pardon and let him go. So
yeah, of course he did. Of course he did.
Right. So this is how it went down. So there's this group, the Libertarian Party. They have a little convention that goes down, and they're kind of powerful in politics down there, it seems. So he said at a little thing with them, if you vote for me on day 1, I will commute the sentence of Ross to a sentence of time served. Done. He's already been in 11 years. We're going to get him home. And the National Committee Chair, Angela somebody, celebrated the announcement, calling this POS a libertarian political prisoner for more than a decade. A political prisoner who sold murder and drugs and all kinds of horrible stuff on his online marketplace. A political prisoner. She goes on to say, I'm proud to say that saving his life has been one of our top priorities. This is the Libertarian Party. Remember, they are useless. It's finally paid off. She's got to be like his mother or something, right? And that's how it goes. So this guy again, He was directly involved with 6 homicides where he brokered people to do things for other people. He sold horrible amounts of drugs. And as I understand it, there's like a list of bad stuff. And Trump just let him go because
I bet he sells really bad rabbi costumes as well.
Well, it could be. Man, he's probably selling on Temu now. But all because Trump wanted the whole Libertarian Party to vote for him. This guy goes. That's how it goes. Let's see here.
Well, I mean, if you think all the world has gone to shit and everyone's really, really sad, I'm not surprised. But there's a key market that is showing this in live data because the champagne sales have fizzled out with shipments from France dropping nearly 10% in 2024 to 271 million bottles, and some of them weren't mine, marking the second consecutive year of decline. Inflation, geopolitical conflicts, and economic uncertainty have damaged consumer spending, according to the Comité Champagne, a trade association representing over 16,000 wine growers and 320 champagne houses. Get him off the screen.
Yeah.
France. A major champagne market saw domestic sales by 7% due to political and economic instability. And blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of this going on. But basically, when it comes down to it, what they're actually saying is basically people got nothing left to celebrate anymore. And so they're not buying champagne as much as they used to.
Wow.
No one wants to buy champagne to celebrate. Yeah, maybe we should just stop buying it to drown their sorrows.
I guess if there's, nothing to celebrate, then, people aren't doing that kind of thing. I guess that does make sense. To me, I wouldn't doubt that there's a track of prices going up and up, and therefore less people can afford it.
There is that as well. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. That's for sure.
What do I buy this week? Eggs or champagne?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we'll get a last one in here quick. Trump has warned high tariffs and further sanctions on Russia if Putin fails to end the war in Ukraine. This is full of minefield. Trump says he would be doing the Russian president a very big favor. Responding to the threat, some shit out of the Kremlin said we're waiting for signals that have yet to arrive. We're ready for an equal dialogue, a mutually respectful. Just shut up. He added that Russia sees nothing new in Trump's threats because this is just kind of how he works, right? But where's the thing here? His Truth Social post goes further. It was I'm going to do Russia, whose economy is failing. True. And President Putin a very big favor. I'm sure you're going to settle now and stop this ridiculous war. It's only going to get worse. In capital letters, it's only going to get worse. If we don't make a deal, in quotes, and soon, I have no other choice to put high levels of taxes, tariffs, sanctions on anything being sold by Russia to the United States and various other participating countries. He said, let's get this war, which never would have started if I were president. Why do you have to do that, you sniveling?
Every single time.
I know. And that's not the case, Donald. I'm sorry. Putler would have done this no matter what. But he goes on to say, we can do it the easy way or the hard way. And the easy way is always better. It's time to make a deal. Him and the deal, right? But if we just switch over here, Zelensky just said, and this is a picture of him at the podium when he was saying it, that it would take a good 200,000 allied troops to enforce any peace deal in Ukraine. And he urged Europe to take care of itself because, we've got a power shift, right? He was at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and he said, don't be asking yourselves what Trump will do next, and you should be asking yourself to take collective steps to defend the continent at a time when it's under aggressive attack. Europe's got to establish itself as a strong global player, as an indispensable player. Let's not forget, there's no ocean separating European countries from Russia. European leaders, like, this is our home. We've got North Koreans closer to Davos than Pyongyang, or whatever you say that stupid place's name, right? And one of the things that's being thrown around is Ukraine has to reduce its army size. And he's like, no, that's never going to happen. And he did say that, maybe there's a temporary loss of territory to Ukraine, but he's not committing to completely. So Trump and his art of the deal and all this crap, he's not even listening to the players, and he's already dictating. I'm not sure that's going to end as a show of look how strong I am as a president. I'm not sure it's going to work, buddy.
Of course, it's not going to work. I mean, look at his plans for Greenland and the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, and he's just gone fucking.
Maybe Trump was fooled, and he thinks Greenland is actually green.
He probably thinks,
and he's just thinking golf courses, right?
Yeah.
But we should get out of here. The clock on the wall says so. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Couldn't do it without you.
Stay shilly, you silly buggers, and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe.
Good call. See you soon, everybody.